I lived in New Zealand for a long time, and the classic saying there is, hey, no worries, mate. You know, it's their way of saying, everything's fine, you know, it's no problem, no worries, mate. But it's a lot easier to say than actually have a mind that's free of worry. And just understanding what worry is and why it's such a stubborn, unhelpful mental state. You know? It's basically fear. Basically fear that something is going to go wrong in the future. Now the thing about worry is that even if everything's perfect right now, everything could be perfect right now, like every need and desire met, still we can ruin it by worrying about the future, worrying about, now everything's great, I might lose it. Then we start to worry. And so if worrying becomes a habit, then we'll never really be able to enjoy our life, even if everything is wonderful, because worrying doesn't allow us to be joyfully present. We'll be thinking about the future and all the things that possibly could go wrong. And one of the things about worry is that because it is concerned with the future, and the future is unknown, it's basically infinite. You could worry about anything, and it's really only limited by the scope of our imagination. So if you have a good imagination and a tendency towards worry, it's just, you can imagine kind of any scenario and think, yeah, you know, whether it's realistic or completely unrealistic, you could think, yeah, that could happen. What about that? What if that happens? So that's a terrible way to live, right? And it really does make it very difficult just to enjoy life, you know, even when everything is actually pretty good. Now, as we know, there are realistic dangers or things that could go wrong in life, absolutely. And are we sometimes going to have things happen in the future that we don't want or that are unpleasant? Absolutely. But there's no reason why we can't live in peace and relative contentment in the present, knowing that will happen in the future.